Good morning, students. Now we are going to see the lesson How Far is the River? This is a story of a boy, 12 years boy, who had set his heart on going to the river on the other side of the mountain. Did he get there? That is the story. See, now we are going to see how that boy reached the other side, went to the other side of the mountain. How did he reach the river? Did he saw the river? That is what we are going to see. Between the boy and the river stood a mountain. It is here. It is between his house and the river. There was a big mountain. The boy was very young, and the boy was very small, but the mountain was very big. And there was a thickly forested mountain hid the river, but the boy knew it was there. And boy heard about a river on the other side of the mountain. There was a thickly forested mountain, but the boy knew it. It was he knew that the river was there, where it was, and what it looked like. All this he heard from the villagers who came from there, and he had never seen that river. He had never seen that because he was very young. He was only 12 years old. So he had never seen that river. That river was beyond the mountain, on the other side of the mountain. But he heard about that river and the waters of that river, fishes in that water, and he had learnt about that. He heard from the villagers natural sceneries and how waters fishes in the water and the currents and the waterfalls of the that's of that other side, and this and all remained for him, that in his remained for him to touch the water and know it personally. And that is the narrations made by the villagers who saw that water. The narrations had made him infuriated him. That is encouraged him to see that water, and here remind him to touch directly, and to touch the water and know it personally. He wanted to see that river personally. He wanted to feel that personally. He stood in front. One day he stood um, in front of his house on the hill opposite the mountain. He had a mountain and gazed across the valley. He is seeing across the valley, dreaming about the river. He is standing before his house, in front of his house. He is thinking about that river that is across the valley, dreaming of that, seeing about the river, about that river water, fishes in it and falls and all. He was dreaming of it. He was about only, that is the author describing here about his futures. He was only 12 years old boy, sturdy boy, and untidy. His hair was very black and untidy, and shining black eyes. His eyes were black, and he had fine features. That is, he was very good looking, very good, and looking very good, and clear brown skin. His skin was very clear, and but his hands and feet rough and scratched. His hand and feet were scratched, means கீரல் விழுந்திருக்கு. He was barefooted, not because he could not afford to buy shoes. He was able to buy shoes, but he left the shoes at home because he wanted to walk without shoes. He felt free in his bare feet. He liked to feel of warm stones and cool grass and could not wearing shoes. So saved the trouble of taking them off. He don't want to wear the shoes. He never liked to like the trouble of taking them off. So he left the shoes at home. He walked with barefoot only, and it was 11 o'clock, and he knew his parents would not come till evening. His parents went away. They would not come till the evening. There was a loaf of bread. He could bread he could take with him on the way. He decided to go out of the house, so he took a loaf of bread which was left by their parents for him, and there was opportunity, and he take that loaf of bread with him to eat on the way, and he might find some fruit. It's on the way he might find some fruit also. So he took the loaf of bread. Here was opportunity he had waited for. This was for this opportunity he was waiting for, because his parents were away. They would come in the evening only. It would not come again. This chance will not come again. For a long. He was waiting for this chance. It was very often his mother and father visited relatives of the entire day. They were out of the house. So he was waiting for this chance. They had gone for and some important. That was why he had been left with very sketchy meal, very poor meal. That is a loaf of bread, some milk, and eggs. They left for him, and he went into the house and wrapped the loaf of bread into a newspaper, and then he closed all the doors and windows of the house. The path to the river dropped steeply into the valley, and then rose and went round the big mountain. It was frequently used by the villagers. The path was the path to the river dropped very steepy into the valley. They rose and went round them, and the path went round the mountains. It was frequently used by the villagers, woodcutters, and milkmen, mule drivers, but there were no villagers beyond the mountain or near the villages. That is on the valley path of the valley only. The milkman villagers they'll walk, but beyond that river there will not be any villagers. The boy passed the woodcutter and asked him how far. On his way he met a woodcutter. He asked him how far it was to the river. Now the boy started his journey to see the river. On his way, he moved into the valley. On his way, he saw a woodcutter. He asked him how far is the river. The woodcutter was short. That is, he was very short, but he was a powerful man. A greased, weathered face. Was a very it is looking. He looks a very hard worker. It was a very hard worker, and his muscles stood out in hard, ugly lumps. 7 miles. He said only 7 miles were there to reach the river, which was very accurate. It was very accurate only. Why do you? He asked the boy, why do you want to know? I am going to the river. The boy said, I am going to see the river. I am going there to see the river. Alone? He asked, alone? Of course, alone only. But it was too far. It will take you 3 hours to reach there, and then you have to come back. The woodcutter said, it is too far. It will take three hours to go there, and you have to return back. But that also 3 hours. So it will be getting dark. You could not come again. Besides, it is not easy road also. It is a rough road and mountainous road. So you could not you could not get come back. But I am a good walker. The boy said I am a good walker, but it was a lie, because he never walked further than a mile from his house. And so to his school he carried, because his school was a mile from his house, so he never walked more than a mile. He carried on down the path, and the woodcutter looked after him with some misgivings and decided to keep out for boy on his way back in. The woodcutter he carried down the he after answering him, he carried on his work, he carried on down his path, and he looked after him with some misgivings, with some doubts. He decided to keep a watch on him when he was coming back from the market. The boy was steep, and the path was steep. The boy had to run most of the time. He had to run. He was going on running, and it was dizzy. Plus, dizzy means tala சுத்துறது சுற்றி சுற்றி வந்துக்கிட்டு வருது. And then winding path. It was a winding path, and slipped once, twice, and slid into the bush or off the path and down the hill. And he had to walk very struggling, and he very struggling, and the path was winding and sleeping at sometimes, and slides. Boy slipped once, twice, and slide into the bushes and off the path and down the hill. The hill was covered with lush green ferns, and the trees were wood creepers, and great wild dahlia would suddenly rear its golden head from the leaves and ferns. The hill was covered with lush green ferns, and the trees were wound in creepers, and the great wild dahlia flowers, they were looking with suddenly rare its golden head from the leaves of the ferns. They were looking from the that is from the leaves of the fern and ferns. Mm. Soon the boy was in the valley, and the path straightened out and rose. And then boy, after walking some time, some distance, the boy was in the valley. There the path straightened out and rose. He met a girl there who was coming from the opposite direction. She held a long curved knife. She is carrying a long knife. The boy now he walked some distance, and that there he met a girl, and the road was straight, and the boy met a girl coming from the opposite direction. She held a long curved knife, which she had been cutting grasses, and there were rings in her nose and ears. Her arms are covered with heavy bangles. The bangles made music when she moved her hands. When she moved her hands, the bangles were making music. How far is the boy asked the girl? How far is it to the river? Again, his doubt is there. He is asking his doubt. How far is the river? And the girl obviously never been to the river, and she may have been thinking of another one. Obviously, she is never think about that river. She have been thinking of another river. So she said 20 miles. Without any hesitation, she said 20 miles. The boy ran down the path, and a parrot suddenly there was a parrot, and screeched, flew over his low over his head. A flash of red and green. It was a flash of red and green. Parrot flew over his head. It took the course of the path, and the boy followed its dipping flight. until the path rose and the bird disappeared amongst the rivers. A parrot suddenly screeched, flew over his head, a flash of red and green, and this boy he followed the path of that the parrot's flight, running till the path rose, and there the path rose somewhere. So and the bird disappeared. Path rose and the bird disappeared amongst the trees. Now a trickle of water came from the hillside, and the boy stopped to drink. From the hillside, there was a trickle of water, and the boy was stopped to drink the water. The water was very cold and sharp, but refreshing. Sharp here means it falls very sharply. Boy was very, but the water was very refreshing. And boy, however, seemed to affect of very thirsty because of walking a long distance. He felt very thirsty. Sun was striking his side of the hill, and the dusty path became hotter. So the sun was striking his head over his overhead. So he was very thirsty, and it was very hot. A path was also very hotter, and the stones scorching the boy's feet. The stones scorching the boy's feet. He was sure he had gone halfway. He had walked for over an hour. He was sure he had gone half a way. He crossed half a way, and he walked for more than an hour. Because of his bare feet, it was his feet was very scorching. And then he passed half a way. Presently he saw another boy ahead of him, driving few goats down the path. How far is the river? He asked that boy also. The village boy smiled and friendly and said, "Oh, so no far, just round the next hill and straight down." Now he is answering, it is nearer to only. It is just round this hill, next hill. You will reach the straight down. You will reach that river. The boy feeling very hungry. What he did is he unwrapped the loaf of bread and broke it two halves. He gave that one half to that village boy. Both of them sat on the hillside and ate the bread silently. When the boy then they had finished that bread, they walked together and began talking. The boy did not notice the smarting of his feet. No, he didn't feel any smarting, that is, any pain or scratching in his feet. And he never think of the sun also, heat of the sun, and the distance he had covered, he had to yet to cover. He never think about it because he was walking with that boy. He had his companion. His mind was diverted towards that his companion, and when he was walking along with him, he never felt of these feelings, and he was once more his own. The boy was once more his own. The boy, he missed the village boy, and after some time, he missed that village boy also. He looked up and down the mountain path, but could not see no one. He missed that village boy. He went away, and this boy, he was seeing here and there, but no one was there. Now he felt alone. His own home was hidden from view by the side of the mountain, and the river was not a sight either. He began to feel discouraged. But now he is feeling alone, and his house was on the other side of the mountain. It was hidden by that mountain. The river was not yet a sight ever, and he didn't see the river yet. and hit peace. He felt discouraged. If someone had been with him, he would not have faltered. It is he faltered means tadumaradu. His mind might have changed. But alone he was. When he was alone, he felt very tired, and he felt very lonely also. So he was sorry, and he had finished the bread. He might have he might want it later. Now he was feeling sorry. He had finished the bread. Now he was hungry. He felt hungry also. Yet he had come more than half a way. He could not return back also. He had to see the river. If he failed, he would have always ashamed of his experience also. So he could not return back also. So he walked along the long, hot and dusty dusty, stony path past mud huts and terraced fields. He was walking, and a mud huts path until there were no more fields or huts. And after some time, after going on some distance, there were no huts, no houses, no fields, no forest, only forest and sun and loneliness only. And there were no people, no person was there. Now there was no man, no sign of man's influence, no sign of man's, only trees and rocks and bramble of flowers, bramble and flowers. Bramble means bushes with the thorns, thorny bushes. Only silence everywhere. The silence was impressive and frightening. The silence was very impressive and also little frightening. It was that silence was different from the room or street. It was a silence of the space of the unknown, space of the unknown. Oh, there was everywhere silent. There wasn't any movement of the except bending of the grass beneath the boy's feet. There was no movement. Nobody is there, so there was no movement, and except the bending of the grasses beneath the boy's feet and the circling of the hawk high above the fine trees. Hawk. The hawk means parandu. The moving of the hawk high above the pine trees. So then the boy rounded the sharp bend, and silence broke into sound. Now the boy reached a sharp bend. Now there was there was a sound, a sudden roaring sound of a river. That was the sound of a river. Far down the valley, the river tumbled over rocks and fast furnished. He saw there was a river far down in the valley, tumbled over rocks and fast and furnished. The boy was very happy to see that. He gasped and began to run. He slipped and stumbled, but still he ran. A boy was very happy and was gasped, and he began to run. He slipped and stumbled, slipped and he jumped and slipped. Slipped means tadmari kila, but still he ran. And then he was ankle depth. He went into the river, and it was very he was in ankle deep in the painfully cold mountain river. He, he there was a very the river was blue and white and wonderful. Finally, he found out the river. It was a cold mountain river. The water in the river was only his ankle deep. The depth of the river was very, very low only. But it was very wonderful for him, because after a long travel, after many adventures, he found out at last he found out the river. He had a very good experience. This story was written by Ruskin Bond. Now, I'll tell the story in Tamil. See, ஒரு இந்த கதை வந்து ஒரு பையன் எப்படியும் வந்து ஒரு ரிவரை எங்கே இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத கண்டுபிடிக்கிறான். அவனுடைய வீடு வந்து ஒரு மவுண்டேனியஸ் ரீஜனில், ஒரு ஹில்லி ரீஜனில் இருக்குது. அதாவது அவன் வந்து அவன் வீட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு மவுண்டன், அதுக்கு பின்னாடி அதுக்கு அந்த சைடில் அதர் சைடு அந்த மவுண்டன் வந்து தெர் வாஸ் அ ரிவர். அந்த பையனுக்கு வந்து அவன் வந்து அந்த ரிவரை பற்றி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கான், ஆனால் பார்த்தது கிடையாது. அங்கே வர்ற வில்லேஜஸ் சொல்லி அவன் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கான். அவன் வந்து அவனுக்கு வந்து அவன் கேள்விப்பட்டதுலேருந்து அதனுடைய வாட்டர் ஃபால்ஸு, அந்த இதில் இருக்கிற ஃபிஷ்ஷஸ், அதை பற்றியெல்லாம் அதனுடைய அழகை பற்றியெல்லாம் கேட்டவனே அவனுக்கு அதை பார்க்கணுன்னு ஆசை இருந்துச்சு. அண்ட் தென் அவன் வந்து அவனுடைய லுக்கிங் என்னென்னா ஃபேர் லுக், நல்ல வந்து குட் ஃப்யூச்சர், அழகான பையன். அவனுடைய பிளாக் ஹேரு, பிளாக் ஐஸு, அண்ட் வந்து ஒரு கிளியர் ஸ்கின் இருந்தது. அவன் என்ன பண்ணுறான் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு நாள் அவங்களுடைய அம்மாவும் அப்பாவும் ஒரு பெரிய வீட்டுக்கு ஒரு வேலையாக வெளியே போயிடுறாங்க. ஒரு முக்கியமான வேலையாக வெளியே போயிடுறான். இப்படி ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு தான் அவன் காத்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தான். இது மாதிரி ஒரு சான்ஸ் அவனுக்கு மறுபடியும் கிடைக்கவே கிடைக்காது. ஏன்னா அவங்க அம்மா அப்பா காலையில் போனாங்கன்னா இன்றைக்கி நைட்டு தான் வருவாங்க, ஈவினிங் தான் வருவாங்க. இவனுக்காக ஒரு ப்ரெட்டு, அப்புறம் ஒரு மில்க்கும் எக்கும் வச்சுட்டு போயிருந்தாங்க. அது இவனுடைய, அதாவது அது புவர் மீல் தான் அவனுக்கு, வச்சுட்டு போயிருந்தாங்க. இவன் என்ன பண்ணுறான் அப்படின்னா, அந்த ப்ரெட்டை பேக்கெட்டை எடுத்து ஒரு நியூஸ் பேப்பரில் சுற்றிக்கிட்டு வீட்டு கதவையெல்லாம் சாத்திட்டு வெளியே வரான். அவன் போய்கிட்டே அவன் வீட்டை விட்டு வெளியே வந்து நடந்து போய்கிட்டே இருக்கும்போது ஒரு உட்கட்டடம், அப்படியே அந்த ஏரியா ஃபுல்லாக வந்து அதாவது பாறை, அந்த வேலி ஏரியா, வேலின்னா சமவெளி, அது வந்து மேலே ஏறி இறங்கி அப்படி போகுது. மவுண்டேனியஸ் ரீஜன், அதாவது பாறை இதுவுமா இருக்கும் இல்லையா, மலைப்பாங்கான இடம், அந்த மாதிரி இடம் போயிட்டுருக்கும்போது ஒரு உட்கட்டரை பார்க்குறான். அவங்ககிட்ட கேட்குறான், இங்கேருந்து வந்து ரிவருக்கு எவ்வளோ தூரம்? அவன் சொல்கிறான், ஒரு 2 மைல் போகணும் அப்படிங்கிறான். நீ எதுக்கு கேட்குறேன்னா, நான் அங்கே போகிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறான். நீ எப்படி போவ அப்படின்னா, நான் வந்து அங்கே போக முடியாது, அது போகிறதுக்கு 3 மணி நேரம் ஆகும், வர்றதுக்கு 3 மணி நேரம் ஆகும், இருட்டி போயிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறான். அவன் அதுக்கோசரம் திரும்பி வரும்போது நீ இருட்டி போயிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறான். அதை வந்து இவன் சொல்கிறான், நான் நல்ல வாக்கர் தான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவன் கிளம்பி போயிட்டுருக்கான். ஆக்சுவலாக இவன் வந்து வீட்டிலேருந்து ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து வீட்டுக்கு 1 மைல் கூட நடந்தது கிடையாது. அவன் என்ன பண்ணான், காலில் ஷூ கூட அவன் போடல. அதை கூட தூக்கிக்கிட்டு, அவனுக்கு ஷூ வாங்க முடியாமல் இல்லை, ஷூவை தூக்கிக்கிட்டு நடக்கிறதுக்கு இது வேண்டாம், ஷூ வந்து வெறும் காலாலேயே நடப்போம் அப்படின்னு ஷூவை விட்டுட்டு வந்துடுறான். அவன் போகிற வழி வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்டீப்பு, ஒரு கூர்மையான ஒரு வழி இடம். நிறைய வந்து ட்ரிப்பு வந்து அவனால் வந்து ஓடி நிறைய இடங்களில் வந்து ஓட வேண்டி இருந்தது. அப்புறம் ஓடி அவனுக்கு ஒரு கிறுகிறுப்பு வந்தது. அந்த அளவுக்கு பாதை வந்து சுற்றி வளைஞ்சு போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. சில இடங்களில் வழுக்கி விழுந்தான், சில இடங்களில் முள் பாத்தியில் ஸ்லிப்பாகி விழுந்தான், புதரில் எல்லாம். அண்டு லஷ் க்ரீன் ஃபர்ன்ஸ், அங்கே பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா நிறைய முள் செடிங்க, புஷ்ஷஸ்ஸு அந்த மாதிரி தான் இருந்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தது. அங்கே போனால் இந்த டஹ்லியா ஃப்ளவர், அது வந்து அந்த முள் செடிங்க அதுக்கு இடையில் வந்து அந்த டாலியா ஃப்ளவர் வந்து தலையாட்டிக்கிட்டு எட்டி பார்க்குற மாதிரி இருந்தது. அந்த வேலியை கடந்து போகும்போது எதுக்க ஒரு கேர்ள் வரா. அந்த கேர்ள் வந்து கை நிறைய வளையல் போட்டுட்ருக்கா. அவள் வந்து சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டே வரா. அவகிட்ட கேட்குறான், நான் நீ இங்கேருந்து ரிவருக்கு எவ்வளோ தூரம்னு. அவள் சொல்கிறா, அவள் வந்து அவள் இந்த ரிவரை பற்றி இல்லாமல் வேறு ஏதோ ரிவர் கேட்குறான்னு சொல்லிட்டு இன்னும் 7 மைல் இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்கிறான். இவன் சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டே மறுபடியும் நடக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடுறான். இது வந்து நடக்க ஆரம்பித்து போயிட்டே இருக்கும்போது அவன் அங்கே வந்து ஒரு வாட்டர் சத்தம் கேட்குது. அங்கே வந்து அந்த ஹில் சைடில் வாட்டர் வருது. அந்த வாட்டர் வந்து ரொம்ப கோல்டாகவும் அதான் வாட்டர் ஃபால்ஸு சன்னமாக உள்ளனால அது ரொம்ப ஷார்ப்பாக இருந்தது. அது ஹவவர் சீம்டு இவன் வந்து ரொம்ப தேர்ஸ்டியாக ஃபீல் பண்ணான். ஏன்னா ரொம்ப தூரம் நடந்து வந்திருக்கான். சூரியன் வேறு தலைக்கு மேலே போயிடுச்சு. கால் வந்து எரிச்சல், வெறும் காலில் நடந்ததுனால கால் வேறு எரிச்சல். அதனால் அவனுக்கு ரொம்ப வந்து தேர்ஸ்டியாகவும் கால் எரிச்சலாகவும் இருந்தது. ஆனாலும் வந்து பாதிக்கு தூரம் கடந்து வந்துட்டோம், இன்னும் பாதி தூரம் தானே அப்படிங்கிற நினைப்பு அவனுக்கு இருந்தது. அப்புறம் அங்கேருந்து வர்ற வழியில் இன்னொரு பையனை பார்த்தான். அந்த பையன்கிட்ட கேட்குறான், நீ எவ்வளவு இங்கேருந்து ரிவருக்கு எவ்வளோ தூரம் அப்படின்னு. அந்த பாய் சொல்கிறான், நீ வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி வே சொல்கிறான், இங்கேருந்து ரொம்ப தூரம் இல்லை, இந்த ஹில்லை சுற்றி அந்த பக்கம் போனால் வந்துடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறான். சரி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அந்த பையனோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி ஆகிடும். 2 பேரும் கொஞ்சம் தூரம் நடந்து பேசிக்கிட்டே போகிறாங்க. இவன் கையில் இருக்கிற ப்ரெட்டை அவங்களுக்கு பாதி கொடுக்குறான். 2 பேரும் உட்காந்து சாப்பிட்டுட்டு நடந்து போய்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க. போனால் கொஞ்சம் தூரம் போனோடனே அந்த பையனும் மறைஞ்சு போயிடறான். அவனையும் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. இவனுக்கு வந்து என்ன அப்படின்னா, நம்ம இருக்கிற ப்ரெட்டையும் கொடுத்துட்டோமே, என்ன பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வேறு. இப்போது அவன் வந்து இப்போ அந்த பையனை மிஸ் பண்ணவுடனே இவன் ரொம்ப லோன்லியாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறான். வழியில் போக போக அவன் வந்து அந்த ஹில்ஸு, ஹட்டு, மனித நடமாட்டமே எதுவுமே இல்லை அப்படின்னு ஒரு லோன்லியான இடமா வந்துருச்சு. நிறைய ஒரு ஃபாரஸ்ட்டு தான் இருக்குது. நிறைய வந்து முள் செடிங்க, புல் இதுதான் இருக்கே ஒழிய ஒரு சத்தங்கிறதே, அதாவது வேறு எந்த இதுவுமே இல்லை, எந்த சவுண்டுமே இல்லை. ஒரே சைலன்ஸ் தான். அந்த சைலண்ட் எப்படி இருக்குது அப்படின்னா பயமுறுத்துகிற மாதிரி இருக்குது. சாதாரணமாக ஒரு ரூமில் இருந்தால் அமைதியாக இருக்குமா, தெருவில் அமைதியாக இருக்கும், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சவுண்டு இல்லை. ஒரு ஸ்பேஸில் சத்தமே இல்லாமல் அமைதியாக இருந்தால் எப்படின்னா ஒரு மாதிரி பயமுறுத்துறமான சைலன்ஸ் ஆகிட்டு. ஆனால் அவன் அப்படியே நடந்து போய்கிட்டே இருக்கான். அங்கே ஒரு பெண்டிங் வருது. அந்த பக்கம் போனால் நிறைய கிராஸஸ் இருக்குது. அந்த அவனுடைய காலில் தட்டுப்படுது. அங்கே வந்து அந்த கிராஸஸ், இவன் காலெல்லாம் வந்து முள்ளு செடி இதுதான் வருது, கிராஸஸ் தான் இருக்குது. பருந்துடைய சத்தம் தான் கேட்குது, பருந்தனுடைய சத்தம் கேட்குது. அவன் அப்பவும் பயத்தோடு நடந்து போய்கிட்டே இருக்கும்போது அந்த பாய் வந்து சடன் ரோரிங் சவுண்டு கேட்குது. அங்கே வந்து சைலன்ஸ் வந்து கம்மியாயிடுச்சு. ஒரு அமைதியாக சத்தம் கேட்குது. என்னடா அது சத்தம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா ஒரு ரிவர் போகிற சத்தம் கேட்குது. அதை பார்த்தோன்னா அந்த பக்கம் பார்க்குறான். அந்த ராக்ஸுக்கு அந்த பக்கம் வந்து ஒரு ரிவர் போயிட்டுருக்கிறத இவன் பார்க்குறான். இவனுக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாகிடுச்சு. ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக வெறி பிடிச்ச மாதிரி அங்கே போய் பார்க்குறான். அந்த வந்து பார்க்கும்போது பிகான் டு ரன், அந்த குதிக்கிறான், ஓடி போய் பார்க்கும்போது அவனுக்கு ஒரே சந்தோஷம். அண்டு அவன் ஓடி போகிறதுக்குள்ளே கீழே விழுகுறான், தடுமாறுறான். பட் அன்டில் ஹி வாஸ் ஆங்கிள். அந்த ரிவரில் வந்து இவனுடைய முழங்கால் அளவுக்கு தான் தண்ணீர் இருக்குது. ஆனால் ரொம்ப வந்து கோல்டு வாட்டர், அதில் இவன் காலை வச்சுட்டு நிற்கிறான். அண்ட் வாட்டர் வாஸ் இந்த ப்ளூ அண்ட் ஒயிட் அண்ட் ஒண்டர்ஃபுல். ரொம்ப வந்து வெள்ளையாகவும் ப்ளூ கலராகவும் ரொம்ப அழகாக இருந்தது அந்த தண்ணி. Now we'll see the new words of this lesson. Had fine features, was good looking. The boy was fair and good looking. Sketchy meal, not proper meal. The boy's parents left only a loaf of bread and milk and eggs. It was not a proper meal. Weathered face. The face of the woodcutter is very hard, and the face which shows that the person has had a hard life. It was the woodcutter's face was very hard because he was a very hard working person. He was a worker and fairly accurate. Quite accurate. The meaning of this word is quite accurate. That means the woodcutter's answer was very accurate. He said there are 2 miles to go to the river. His answer was very accurate. And then misgivings, doubts or anxiety about something bad happening. And the woodcutter the woodcutter he when the boy decided to go to the river, the woodcutter they looked after him with some misgivings, with doubts, and anxiety, and he thought he thought it was something bad will happen. So he expected something bad. Rear here rise. Rear means here rise, and then smarting. Smarting means here feeling of pain. Smarting means feeling of pain. Diverge, take another way. Diverge means take another way. Faltered, here felt discouraged or hesitated. Faltered means hesitated, discouraged. Bramble means thorny bush. Bramble means thorny bush. Furnized means here in an untrolled manner. Here an untrolled manner. Let us answer. Here first number A is, what does the story tell us about the boy? Tick the correct answer, correct things that the story tells us, and cross those it does not. The name of the boy, wrong. The name of the boy was not is not given in the lesson. How old he was? He was 12 years old. Why his parents were away? The reason also given. They went for some important thing, and the name of the river is not given. So it's wrong answer. The color of his hair is black, so it's correct. Whether he wore shoes, no, because he didn't like to wear suits. And the name of the village was where he lived. That was also not given. The name of the school he studied, that was also not given. And now B, answer these questions. Where did the boy want to go? He wanted to go to see the river. What stood between him and his destination? Mountain. Yeah, huge mountain stood between him and his destination. What did the boy do before setting off from the house? He closed all the doors and windows of his house. Whom did the boy meet first? He met a woodcutter first. What did this person tell him? He told him there are 2 miles to go to the river. Whom did the boy meet when he reached the valley? When he reached the valley, the boy met a girl. What did this person tell him? That girl told him there are 27 miles to go to the river. After his path diverged from that of the village boy, why did the boy become discouraged? What made him continue his journey? He when his path diverged from the village, he felt lonely. He reached the forest. Everywhere there was loneliness. There was a silence of the space. So he felt discouraged. what made him to continue his journey, and he felt he felt his experience should not be ashamed. So he continued his stories, his journey. Take the correct meanings of these phrases and sentences. First one, not because he could not afford shoes. He could afford to buy shoes. He did not have the money to buy shoes. He liked shoes but had none. Of these, the first one is correct answer because he could afford to buy the shoes, but he did not have the shoes. And here was the opportunity he had waited for. The first one, A, chance had been waiting for him. B, had been waiting for just such a chance. This was not the chance he had waited for. He had been waiting for just such a chance. That is the correct answer, which was fairly accurate. It was quite correct. The meaning of this word is quite correct. It was not really correct. It was very wrong. The correct meaning is it was quite correct. Fourth one, if someone had been with him, he would not have faltered. If he, first one, A, if he had someone with him, he would not have stopped. B, though he was alone, he was not tired or discouraged. And C, he imagined someone was with him and he felt encouraged. Though he was alone, he was not tired and discouraged. That is the correct answer. D. Think and answer. Imagine that you are the boy in the story. Describe in your own words how you felt. For this, you write the answers of yourself. As you were sitting off on your adventure after the village boy left you, when the boy first saw the river. When you first saw the river was far and the boy reached it. What does this tell about him? You write your own answers for these questions.